Well, YouTube and Facebook. What a day this is going to be. Well, I went ahead and got parts. Got the oil filter, got the hydraulic filter, got oil, hydraulic oil, oh yeah. And we got new blades. I already put the air filter on because I have to, what we're going to do is we're going to warm it up, get all the fluids going. I had started it in a couple days, so, and it's raining out today, so it's kind of, hey, let's work on some stuff. Got all the heaters going, so we're just basically going to go ahead and get this thing fired, and then we're going to change the oil. And it is a good thing, it is kind of on a little bit of a slant in the back there, so it'll actually come out of here a little bit easier to where I got to get it. But I don't have a new fuel filter yet, so, but that's okay, I can go buy one. I already seen one the other day, so only a few bucks. But anyways, we're gonna go and get this thing warmed up, and I gotta get the hydraulic oil going, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna change the hydraulic oil because I didn't get a change. I only changed the filter. I didn't change the oil. So that's what we're gonna do today. So I'll be back once I start draining everything, and we will be all set. Oh, grumpy today. It's a feisty little lawnmower today. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, well, so we got the oil drained. It's actually still draining, but the hydraulic oil is drained. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with the hydraulic oil. To the fact that it's gonna take a minute for it to get in and all that. So what we're gonna do is this. This is how I normally do it. Sorry for the camera angle there, it's kind of hard. What we're going to do is we're going to pre-fill the filter, so that way, because what's going to happen is the air is going to get in there now, which I had a problem with this last time, and like I said, I don't really deal with hydraulic oil. So, kind of one of those things that I don't particularly care to do, just because they're just such a pain in the butt. Oh, this came from Ace Hardware, huh? Looks like it did. And then I was working on my air compressor, getting some of that stuff changed. I had to add the other tank back on because the one tank I had before had had my other fittings on it, and I threw that tank away. So, and I didn't get the system all the way filled up because the needle was bouncing like it was kind of struggling. So I figured we'll give the tank a minute to take a break for the pump. So yes, so we're going to start with the hydraulic oil. It's synthetic 15W50, synthetic hydraulic oil, which is what I prefer in this machine. I have used in other machines completely different fluid. It really just depends on what the owner's manual says. But this, I like to put synthetic because I don't change it every year, or as often as it should be changed. So I like to kind of, use synthetic, so that way it kind of helps. That's what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and pre-fill the filter, which is, is a good idea. You always should pre-fill. Equal out there. While I'm doing that, what I normally do is there's a little bit of oil on top here. I usually just kind of dab some of that and wipe some of that around here. You don't need a lot, you really don't. Just enough to get that O-ring wet, and that's about it. Okay, so we're gonna go put this on here. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna take you guys with me. So that way you guys can kind of see what I'm seeing. So we're gonna go ahead and head under. Oh, okay, hold on here. I gotta get my floor floor bed here. It just doesn't want to, never wants to cooperate with me. So, all right, so that's pretty much just come to a drip. Oh, it won't. It's telling me to flip you that way. Okay. So here's where we're at. Okay. So we're right under here. So this is where the hydraulic filter lives, right here. And there's no other drains. You know, I just drain it right through there. You know, it never. So now you always should. I mean, you always should clean the new, you know, the housing up. The reason why I didn't do that is because of the fact that I just really didn't have anything to clean it with. So it's kind of, you know, so the oil is pretty much done draining. I'm just letting make sure all that oil gets out of there. So, okay. So I got that on there. I still have to tighten it up, but I gotta get a towel because it's real slippery and my hands are just, you know, ugh. So that's kind of what we're doing. I know I'm taking you guys all through all kinds of loops here. You know. So, okay. So here we go. Okay, going back under again. Now, everybody always asks me, you know, when I do this, why is it? Sorry about that. Why is it that you always put it all up on all four jacks when I do this type of work? Well, the reason why is because the blades are hard to get to. All right, when you're trying to do your blades, they're hard to get to. Okay, so it's yes, let's turn on. Just yeah. So I'll shoot my things over there, and you have to raise the back end of it up almost like going straight up in the air, you know, and you have to do it by the deck. So what I do is I just lift it all the way up, the back end up, and then lift the front end up a little bit more, so that way it gives me a little bit more clearance. I should be able to do it just the way it is now. You know, so that's good. So, and I'm just making sure this is tight, which it is. And I usually give it a couple cranks after the O-ring seats, and that's it. You know, just make sure there's no leaks. I always check for leaks anyway. So, but okay, so that's done. So, my shoulder's hurting me real bad today. I don't know why. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Let me look over here. Now I don't like the way this design is. I hate it. It's because, as you see, oil gets everywhere down here. It just makes a mess. So I don't really particularly care for that. So that's kind of the reason why I hate it. And, you know, I've always hated this thing. Just the way the setup is. Yeah, of course. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and put this plug back in because I think we're pretty much drained. I don't particularly think there's gonna be any other drainage that I need to go. So, and that's what I'm doing right now. We're screwing it in. I know, and I made that sound perverted. I know. Sometimes I have a perverted mind. I know. So, okay. And then usually what I do is I usually will wipe it down. You know, make sure that everything's wiped, and you know, I have no problems. My hand is like completely oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this done. I'm gonna get this filled, get the oil back in it, and then we should be good to go. And then I'll turn the camera back on when we are doing the hydraulic bleeding and getting everything full. So I will be back. Hey, turn. Well, we are done. Yep, just blowing her off the jack. So we're done. We're gonna see. I did a little bit of hydraulic bleeding on the stands to kind of help it, you know, a little bit easier. Change the oil. Hydraulic oil's new. Checked everything. Everything's good. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to try our first test drive and see what she does. So hold on. All right. So here's how you start this thing. It's just simple. You get your choke, throttle, key. This has been warmed up today, so it'll start easy. Got the tire changed too. Everything on the hydraulic is working. Coming up, no problem. So let's go ahead and try to reverse. Oh yeah, she's working. I want to take it for a test drive and make sure that, let's keep going. Hold on 1 minute here. I got stuff in the way. But I'm glad she's working and not giving me no trouble. Like I was saying, just because you bleed it doesn't mean it's not going to. So here we go. And we're backing out. No trouble. Pump up the throttle and give it I want to drive it around, make sure that all the air's out. It's pretty rainy and shitty here today, so it's fun. Hold on 1 minute. Okay, here we go. We're gonna throttle her up. And we're gonna go. Last time and it was working perfectly. Stop. Driving around, making sure that the hydraulics are working. Hold on 1 second. Okay. Yep, she's moving. We got no trouble. So we're just kind of driving around, getting all the air out of the hydraulics. I'm going to speed her up a little bit more. When you pre-do those filters, it works better. Yep. Oil change, hydraulic, and So, yeah, we're working. Okay. Okay, that pin's on. We're gonna try some grass. Good to go. All right, we're gonna go and park her in here because we are done. We're good to go. So we're good to go. Hydraulics work, oil works, blades work. So we are done. And that is end of part 2. So if anything else happens, I'll get it on film. But if not, see you when I get something new. Or whenever I just feel like it. So anyway, okay. All right, I will check you later.